Good morning students and welcome back. Today we will continue learning political science, lesson number 3, political parties. In the previous lecture, we have studied characteristics of political parties, changing nature of political party system in India, and 3 national parties of India. That is Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India and Bharatiya Janata Party. Today we shall study the remaining 4 national parties of India and about the regional parties of India. So now let's see 4th national party, that is Communist Party of India. That is called Marxist Communist Party of India. This party was split from the old Communist Party of India in 1964, which we have already learned yesterday. This party proclaims socialism, secularism and democracy. The party opposes imperialism. Imperialism means other countries' government is ruling in our country. So that means other country people are ruling in our country. When Britishers came and ruled in India, so that was an imperial rule. So Communist Party of India is opposing imperialism. Then party's policy is to protect the interest of workers, farmers and landless laborers. So this Communist Party of India is working for the workers and farmers to give their rights. Now let's see the next national party, that is Bahujan Samaj Party. Bahujan Samaj Party professes the socialist ideology. That means Bahujan Samaj Party was working for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and those religious minority people, other backward caste people, to give the equal rights in the society. So that was the socialist ideology of Bahujan Samaj Party. Then in 1984, the party was established with the objective of protecting the interest of the majority, that is scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, religious minorities and other backward classes together constitute a majority. So these group of people who are not given the rights in the society, they were considered like untouchables and minorities, no rights to be given to the minorities. So for them, Bahujan Samaj Party was working to give the rights as a majority in the society. So they should be also counted into the majority. Then the party aims to give a power in the hands of the majority. So that means even the majority people, that means even the other backward caste people or any of the minorities can also form the government or rule in the country. The next national party is Nationalist Congress Party. In 1999, there was a split in the Congress Party and Nationalist Congress Party was established. And this party was established by Sharad Pawar. Now Sharad Pawar was earlier the member of Indian National Congress, but afterwards he got separated from Indian National Congress and established a new party of his own party, that is Nationalist Congress Party. The party believes in the values of democracy, equality and secularism. The party was in power in Maharashtra from 1999 to 2014 in coalition with the Congress party. That means in 1999, when there was a Congress party rule in Maharashtra, that time Sharad Pawar has formed a coalition government with it and was in power in Maharashtra. Then Nationalist Congress Party for a long period was also a part of coalition government led by Congress from 2004 to 2014. That means Nationalist Congress Party was a part of central government, and that government was formed in a coalition with Indian National Congress. So 2004, at that time Congress party was ruling. That is, Indian Congress Party was ruling in India. That is before Bharatiya Janata Party or before our Prime Minister Modi. So that time in Nationalist Congress Party has supported to the Congress Party and came in majority. That was a coalition government formed by them. So that time even Nationalist Congress Party has ruled on over India. Now let's see the last national party, that is Trinamool Congress Party. All India Trinamool Congress Party was established in the year 1998. This party was established by Mamata Banerjee. Now Mamata Banerjee was also a member of Indian National Congress. She has worked with the Congress near about 26 years. And then she got separated and formed a new party, that was Trinamool Congress Party. Then Election Commission gave the party recognition as National Party in 2016. That means when this Trinamool Congress Party was established, it was a regional party. And within a very short time, in 2016, it got recognition from the Election Commission as a national party. Then the party supports democracy, secularism, and protection of interests of the weaker sections of the society. Now we shall learn about the regional parties. If the influence of political parties are limited to their region, then those parties are called regional parties. For example, Shiv Sena is a regional party. Its influence is only in Maharashtra. The groups who have a proud feeling about the different identity of their region and who compete to get political power with the objective of regional development. So development of one's own region is the important objective of regional parties. They always think of the development of their region only. Sometimes they demand for independent state or autonomy. Autonomy means power. For example, you have learned in class 9, Punjab was demanding more powers and for independent state of Khalistan also. Regional parties make several demands such as regional problems should be resolved at regional level. Political power should be in the hands of the people from region, and residents of the region should get preferences in administration and jobs. So such demands are put up by the regional parties. They think that only the regional people should get facilities and all types of jobs and to develop into the business. Now let's see changing nature of regional parties in India. Over the years, their nature and role has changed significantly. First one is, initially regional identities gave rise to the separatist movement. The demands for independent Khalistan, Dravidistan were made with the objective of parting from Indian Federation and exist as an independent state. After independence, how Khalistan was demanded to be an independent state. Similarly, Dravidistan, that is, the south region of India, was demanded as an independent state. Regional parties from Punjab, Tamil Nadu, and Jammu and Kashmir have made such demands, that is, demanding for the separate state. The demands of regional parties gradually changed. Instead of an independent state, they started demanding for more autonomy. That means regional parties were asking for more power. If you have remembered Anandpur Sahib resolution, that was the demand put forth by the Akali Dal party, where they were asking for more powers for Punjab. So this was the second stage in the development of regional parties, and this stage began after the 1990. Third one is the regional parties demanded that for the development of the region, people from region should get power at state and national level. For example, Shiv Sena, Telugu Desam, etc. Fourth one is the development of regional parties in Northeast shows a different trend. Northeast part of India are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, etc. We have already learned the problems faced by the Northeast region of India. Northeast of India was looked after by the central government, and so they demanded for independent state. And later they gave up their demand of separatism and have started demanding autonomy, that is, power to rule in their respective region. Then the regional parties from Northeast are now entering in mainstream of national politics. That is, from regional politics, now they are entering into the national politics. Due to formation of coalition government, regional parties are getting power to enter into the national politics by supporting the national parties and forming the coalition government. Now let's see some major regional parties of India. The first one is Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena is a political party in Maharashtra which was established in the year 1966. Its main objective is protection of the rights of Marathi people, promotion of Marathi language, and resistance to people from other regions. Then in 1995, it entered into a coalition with BJP and came to power in Maharashtra. It shares powers with the BJP in Maharashtra since 2014. And now also Shiv Sena came into the power with the Congress. Next regional party we shall see, that is Shiromani Akali Dal. And this party was established in the year 1920 in Punjab. And the objective was cultivating religious and regional identity. And also we have learned about Anandpur Sahib resolution that was demanded by Akali Dal. So it assumes more power in Punjab for many years. The next regional party is Jammu and Kashmir National Conference. Now this party was established in Kashmir in the year 1932. It protects the interest of Kashmiri people and protection of autonomous status. That means as an independent they are ruling in Kashmir. Now next we shall learn about the Assam Gana Parishad. Now this party came into force in 1985 by signing an agreement, and this agreement was signed between the government and the political party. That time government was Congress and Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. So Rajiv Gandhi has given the permission to send back the Bangladesh people who have come and settled in Assam. So those Bangladesh people who have settled in Assam, they have to leave that Assam and go back to their country. So that was the agreement signed. Then it solved the problems of the displaced people. Then it safeguarded the social, cultural and linguistic uniqueness of Assam. It was in power for many years. This party was in power for many years in Assam, and it worked for the economic development of Assam. The next regional party is Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Now this was established in Tamil Nadu. Now this party was before known as an Justice Party, which was established in the year 1920 from the non-Brahmin movement. Then in 1949, a breakaway party of DMK was formed. That means in 1949, a new party was formed and it was given a name, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Then again in 1972, DMK got split into the another party which was known as All India Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Now this party has made efforts for the protection of Tamil identity. Then it shared the power at the center, that means at the national level. And it remained for a long period and implemented many policies. Students, now you can see this table. It is the regional parties in Maharashtra. All are the representations of Vidhan Sabha. So many regional parties are there in Maharashtra. Shiv Sena, Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, which is known as MNS, but you cannot use short form anywhere. You have to write it in full name only. Peasants and Workers Party, Republican Party of Indian Bahujan Mahasangh, Republican Party of India, Samajwadi Party. So many regional parties are there in Maharashtra. These are only Maharashtra regional parties. So you remember at least 6 names for the web. Whichever you find it very easy and simple to remember with the spelling, you learn that. Students, we have finished learning the national parties and regional parties. Now we shall see how Election Commission gave recognition as national party and regional party. So what is the criteria the Election Commission follows to give the recognition that this party is a national party or this party is a regional party? So that we shall see now. So let's see what is the criteria to be a national party. A political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in 4 or more states in the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly elections. Now state assembly elections, that means every state has its legislative assembly. So Maharashtra assembly states are Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. And minimum 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha from any state or states in the earlier elections. Then there is also one more option given. The candidates of a party should be elected from minimum 2% constituencies out of total Lok Sabha constituencies and from minimum 3 states. The next criteria is based on the constituencies, that is from the regional. So from the regional different constituencies there should be 2%, and that also from 3 different states. Not 2% should be from the same state. So this is the criteria for the national party. Now let's see the criteria for the regional party to get recognized. So first one is, a political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly elections, and minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha, that is in the state assembly. So like how the criteria is given for the national party, same it is. The only difference is 6% is same, and that was from the 4 different states for the national party. But for the regional party, it is a regional, so it is in mostly within one region. So that's why there is no criteria about the states here. Then in the national party there should be the member at least of 4, and now in the regional parties there are 2 members should be the member of Vidhan Sabha. Then another option is given, a political party should secure minimum 3% of seats out of total seats of Vidhan Sabha, that is of state assembly, or minimum 3 seats. So students, prepare this criteria of national party and regional party as a short note. Now we have finished learning the lesson. Go through the lesson once again. Goodbye and take care.